How's it going, guys? We are back, and this is episode 2 of the second season of Sens Stonks. I am your host, Noah Luden, and before we get started, make sure to follow Sens Talk on Twitter at @SensTalk_, the best Sens content on the platform as well. Please use code SensTalk at SeatGeek.com for $20 off your first purchase. That's code SensTalk at SeatGeek.com. Now, let's get underway. First, I want to talk about the Sens. Overall, the Stonks are down. They've been pretty bad. They are 3-7-1, and it's funny because GM Pierre Dorion obviously said that the rebuild is over. I completely disagree. I think that, if the rebuild was over, they would have signed big money free agents and actually tried to form a competitive team. All they did was sign some low line guys and trade for a couple of depth players. The rebuild is not over. The Sens barely have 3 forward lines, and they have 3 good defensemen, and we'll talk about the defensemen in a sec. Sloppy in the defensive zone. There's no finish on offense. They haven't really been able to play at full 60, and unless they play the Dallas Stars, where, they swept the season series, but unfortunately, you can't play 82 games against the Dallas Stars, or else the Sens would have gone 82-0. But last year, I think there was an issue where the teams really didn't like playing Ottawa. I know it's a Canadian division, and say what you will, but they really didn't like playing Ottawa. Ottawa was a tough 2 points to get. They were a playoff team. If you took out that first putrid month that they had, they were a playoff team other than that. And teams hated playing against Ottawa. They played hard, they played physical, and I think they've really stepped away from that a little bit. They're playing just like a middling, not that good team, and really just 3-7-1 is not what you like to see. I want to see them get back to that hard-nosed hockey that they played last year. Like that Brady Tkachuk coming back, obviously the contract, and we'll talk about him later, but that helps. But I want to see a little bit more from the team. I'm a little disappointed with how they've how they played this year. Really, I really expected a little bit more than 3 wins in 11 games. And some of these games they're looking bad, and it kind of reminds me of last year a little bit. But you'd think that they're a lot better than last year. But we'll see. Listen. Only 11 games in. There's 82 games in a season. The Sens have shown to be able to play better over, the course of the last couple games of the season. So I'm holding my breath before I say anything bad. But we're gonna start negative. The Sens have started negative, so why can't we? This is really gonna be a lot of down trenders this week, unfortunately. A couple of ups, but mostly down trenders. So the first will be, I don't even want to talk about him because he's so bad. Josh Brown, I need him to be fired into the sun, and I hope he never comes back. He's been horrendous on the Ottawa Senators. He's done nothing to help. I gave him the benefit of the doubt last year. He didn't play that much, and he played bottom line minutes, and he made those bad mistakes, but I thought he played decently sometime throughout that year. This year, there's no shot. There's no chance. He has a starting role on this team. He's played all 11 games, so I don't know why. He sucks. He's played 11 games. He has 0 points and a -4, which, is a big yikes for Josh Brown. I don't understand. He just makes insanely stupid defensive turnovers that I just don't wrap my head around. Like the game last afternoon, I guess, against Tampa Bay, he literally gave a prime opportunity to Anthony Cirelli. Like the puck comes to him and he fans on it when he tries to clear, and he falls down. It was just like pee-wee hockey coming from Josh Brown. I really have not been impressed with Josh Brown whatsoever. I hope that he can, have a decent season, but, him even playing on the third pairing is a mistake. He should be in the AHL. I don't care if he goes on waivers, gets claimed. He should be gone. There's enough decent defensemen on that roster, or in the Belleville even, that can, you can bring up. There's obviously Lassie Thompson. You can bring up Brandstrom. There's more. And they're just, even Jacob Bernard-Docker played so much better than Josh Brown did. I just don't understand keeping him here. He doesn't really make up for his defensive miscues offensively. Again, he has 0 points. So what does he bring to the team? He's 6'5", I guess. That's what GM Pierre Dorion likes. I really hope that, over the next couple weeks we can see Josh Brown out of here. He's just wasting a spot. Even Michael Del Zotto has been on the bench. I'm not going to talk about Del Zotto because he's only played 4 games. I want to see Del Zotto in there. He's at least a proven NHL veteran over this just Josh Brown guy who just comes out of nowhere and is not that good. This will be a point when I bring up when I talk about the other 2 guys as well. The fact that there's a lot of other defensemen who can really make the rush, who can really make the team, and Josh Brown really shouldn't be one of them as well. Another one who shouldn't be one of them, Nikita Zaitsev. I know he has a crazy contract. He has 3 years left in that $4.5 million cap hit, which I frankly think is insane. But I hope that we can see Nikita Zaitsev get better, but you've given him so many chances, and I mean, maybe there's just not as much to do with him because you don't want to just buy him out because that's a lot of money you have to pay. But I don't know, if you're trying to become a contending team and you have a lot of contracts up, you got the Norris one, the Formenton contract, Mete's contracts coming up, and you're gonna want to sign these guys, and you're gonna want some space. Some free agents I'm sure are gonna come up. I think Zaitsev has to go somehow, but and he just hasn't played that well. Again, he has 0 points in 10 games, -5. He looks a little bit more like an NHL defenseman. He's actually played some decent games, but it's just the bad just outweighs the good. It's the good is here, and the bad is just up there, and it's not a good look for Nikita Zaitsev. I'm really disappointed again. I hope he gets better. It's just the boneheaded plays again. He'll be at the point, and the puck will come to him, and he'll just whiff on it, breakaway on the other way, and they score. And we'll touch on the goalies in a second, but that kind of play from Josh Brown, from Zaitsev, and the next guy we're going to talk about as well. It makes that job so hard for the goaltender. It makes them look bad when realistically the goalies have been fine for the Ottawa Senators this year. It's just there's no offensive compensation. He has 0 points, and the defense has just been non-existent. Last year he had a stretch at the beginning of the year where he was phenomenal, analytical darling. That lasted about 6 games, and then he just fell off. He hasn't even done the good 6 games yet. He's just falling off, and he's the 5th best defenseman on the team playing on the first pairing. So he's anchoring Shabbat down, which I just really don't like. Victor Mete, not as bad as the other two. He has 4 points. So that counts for something. All assists. He's -5 though. There has at least some offensive capabilities behind Mete, and I feel like he has been kind of done the dirtiest in terms of lineups, and I think he's better than Josh Brown and Zaitsev, so I think Mete can stay on the team. I don't really think you should just send all of them down and bring guys up, but you can keep Mete on the team on a kind of a reduced role. I don't think Mete's been that bad, but there's still some issues. A lot of defensive miscues still. There's potential though from last year. He played pretty decent last year. He had some good chemistry with some of the other guys on the team. I hope that he can build that again. I'm hoping that we can keep him, and I think that we should, try to sign him to an extension to be a third line guy. But I don't want to see these guys, Josh Brown, Zaitsev, and Mete, being on the second pairing. It's just a mistake. And I think there should be Shabbat and Zub and Holden and Brandstrom. Bring this guy up. Please, I know that there's some issues, and he's not the best defensively, but at least give him a friggin' shot in the NHL, man. You've given him a shot, but it's better than Josh Brown. And listen, try to trade for a guy, because at least Holden is holding his own, and Del Zotto, put him on. I just don't understand. But the defense is in shambles, just like it was last year. I'm not shocked because the guys that we're not fielding quality guys other than the top 2. But, we're hoping for good, better results. I want to talk quickly about the goaltending. I want to say that they're steady. It's hard because, they're Matt Murray, his numbers aren't great. And Gus has had a couple bad games lately. And I really want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Matt Murray's actually played well this year. I think he's actually, every game he's played in, he's kind of kept his team in it. He's made some big saves. He's only played 4 starts as well, so the 890 something save percentage it's not that bad. It's only been a couple games, but the defense is really not doing them favors. I need to put all the blame on the defense. Maybe 80% of the blame goes on the defense and 20 on the goaltending, because there have been some softies from Gustafsson and from Murray, but in that sense you blame the defense. There's just so many quality chances that, there's lack of defensive coverage. Josh Brown is at the point when he should be in front of the net, taking the guy, and it's just mind-boggling to me that this guy's still on the team. He's horrendous. I hope this means, though, that Forsberg is gone. Gustafsson, he has a 911 save percentage. That's really good. And Murray is like 890, but he's actually pretty solid. I hope Forsberg's gone. Whether it's waivers or keep him on the team and as a third goalie. I think Gustafsson has proven to at least be able to, be a 1A, 1B with Matt Murray. He's done. He's not the best goalie. He's not the second best goalie, so I think Forsberg just be gone, and he definitely won't be on the team next year. I just don't see why he would. So now, bottom line forwards. Let's talk about the bottom line forwards. So this group of guys, Stonks down, by the way. They've been putrid, horrendous. Guys I'm bunching up here: Zach Sanford, Logan Shaw, Parker Kelly, and we'll put Dylan Gambrell. He's only played a few games, but Sanford, Shaw, Kelly, Gambrell have combined for a total of 3 points in 30 games. I know that they're fourth liners or third liners, but holy cow, even a guy like Parker Kelly, he's 1 point in 5 games. It's all right, but like Gambrell has no points. Shaw has 1 point in 10. Sanford has 1 point in 11. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't need my fourth line to be the best, for them to pot in goals all the time, but the best teams have so much depth and they can roll forward lines. Ottawa can't do that. They can't roll out Sanford, Shaw, and Gambrell. What are they going to do? They're just going to allow goals, and it's just terrible. The positive there is, in terms of these guys, is that Gambrell and Shaw actually are really solid on the faceoff dot. I hope that continues, but past that, there's not much to be excited about with these guys. They're underwhelming. There's guys, again, in Belleville that have been playing better, Igor Sokolov, like any guys like that. Like Logan Brown was traded because you wanted to put one of these guys on the team. Like Sanford hasn't done anything, and I know Logan Brown isn't the best guy ever, but I don't know why you trade him when you could have put him on the team at least. You didn't need Zach Sanford. He's not doing anything. So realistically, I've liked Shaw maybe at the best out of the bunch. He scored a goal yesterday with like 10 seconds left when we were losing. That's fine. He's been good in the face-off dot, like really good in the face-off dot. It's been a reason why the Sens have been a good face-off team. But, man, like, you're looking for a little more from these guys. I know they're not playing that much, but it's just a little frustrating. Like Parker Kelly, too. He's had some chances, but, when you don't cash in on those chances, it's not like he's played 1 or 2 games and, we had a lot of chances. He's played like 5, and he hasn't gotten a goal, you know what I mean? And so that's a small example, a small version of this guy, where I'm gonna be a little bit harsh here, because I'm a little frustrated. Tim Stützle, honestly, down. Listen, Tim Stützle will be a superstar in this league. I want to make this 100% clear. Tim Stützle will be a superstar in this league. He will be a 60, 70, 80 point getter in this league. He'll be a 30 goal scorer or a 25 goal scorer, whatever. He will get crazy amounts of points. He'll get all-star nominations. He'll get it all. He'll get trophies. He'll get a Stanley Cup. All that. We know the Sens will win the Stanley Cup with the score. I'm just going to say it. They will. But it's just not together yet. But right now, he has played 11 games and he has scored 0 times. And I understand he has 5 assists in 11 games, a -4. He has not performed to what he's supposed to be. He's the 3rd overall pick. Really should have been the 2nd overall pick because Quinton Byfield just all over the place. But if you have 0 goals in 11 games, the Sens fan base has been giving him so much like undeserved praise, I think, for being he always has so many chances and he's almost scoring. Who cares if he's almost scoring? Almost scoring doesn't count for anything on the score sheet. I don't care. He has no goals. In my eyes, I need more from Stützle. They've been trying to bunch him around in the lineup. They put him with Batherson and Norris at the top line, and they put him with Brown and Paul. Now they kind of have him with like Connor Brown and Tierney. It's so weird. I'll be honest. I don't know what to do. If I'm honest, I don't know what the answer is in terms of the lines, because I don't want to break off that top line because they've been so good. But when the bottom 9 guys haven't really been doing all that much, it's hard. If I was the guy, if I was DJ Smith, I'd probably try to put him with Batherson maybe. Try to get Stützle with Batherson, get that top line with Norris and Tkachuk, and have maybe Connor Brown on that right side. Maybe have Batherson with Stützle and maybe Paul or Tierney or Pinto when he comes back. Pinto 100%. But I think you need to give Stützle maybe some different looks. Keep on going with different looks, but I need some more. If he's not going to be a great defensive player, which he's not a great defensive player at all. I need some offensive production from Stützle because it's been pretty bad. I'll be honest. No reason to panic though. But right now, it's just not. It's a rough patch for Stützle, and you got to give him some deserved criticism. There has to be a point where Tim Stützle will be scoring goals, and right now, no goals in 11 games is inexcusable for a guy like him. Third overall pick. I'm sure he's disappointed with his performance, but you gotta figure it out. So the negatives are gone. We're done with the negatives. It was a lot of negatives because the team has been bad, but one positive: that Sens top line, Batherson, Tkachuk, Norris. They can play. I criticized them in episode 1 for being underwhelming, 1 point in like 2 or 3 games for each of them. But I'm very, very, very excited for the future with them. Batherson's over a point a game. He's got 12 points in 11. He's got 5 goals. He scored a hat trick. Against Washington. When Ovi on the other side and TJ Oshie are combining for 5 goals on Washington. Batherson, shows some spine, comes back. The Sens were down 4-1 really early. They could have just folded, but them overall. But Batherson, scoring a hat trick like that, that's great. He really looks like a guy who's going to get 60 points this year. I'm very excited for Batherson. Norris, he's the number 1 center. 100%. He's almost there. I just think he needs a couple of things. He needs to get that face-off stuff done. He's like 46%. You want to be, if you're not above league average, you want to be like 48, 49. I need a little bit better face-offs from Norris. But again, he's showing that he looks like a smart player out there. He does not look like a 22-year-old player. He looks like a true NHLer. He's got 9 points in 11 games. Really smart decisions. He's leading the team in goals with 6. You love to see Norris finally, coming to fruition, and he's gonna demand a nice price, I'm sure. Batherson's making like $5 million. I can't imagine Norris making less than that. So, another reason to buy out Nikita Zaitsev, but here we are. And Brady Tkachuk, Captain Brady. We're gonna end it on a positive again. Brady Tkachuk, fresh off the big contract, 7 years on the team, 8.2. And now he's named the captain. First game as a captain, he scores. The game didn't go the way the Sens wanted to, but he scored. You take it. He's got 5 points in 8 games. He's 4th in the league in hits. He's taking shots on goal. He's putting 100% effort in all of those shifts that he's having. I'm very impressed with Brady Tkachuk. I need a little bit of a step up from him, just because, not because it's not that he's been doing bad, but just it's kind of, a captain likes to, put the team on his back a little bit. I need a little bit of that, but he's been good. You can't deny that that Brady Tkachuk has been a good player. But this top line has been that one glimmer of hope. Maybe that top 2 defense, Zub and Shabbat. We haven't talked about them just briefly. They've been good. They've been holding the defense together, but man, the rest of them just can't play. No, Holden's been fine. Delzato hasn't played enough, but man, Brown, Zaitsev, and Mete. Yeesh, is all I got to say about that. But that is it for episode 2 of season 2 of Sens Stonks. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Again, follow Sens Talk on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for the best Sens content on the platform. And if you want to follow me, at Noah_Luden on Twitter. I'm posting a lot of stuff to talk about. So I appreciate everyone coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video of Sens Stonks episode 2. Again, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys for episode 3.